Hello. Hi, Pippin. Oh, that's right. I wasn't doing a face cam today. Not me just casually being like, hi, here's my face. It's swollen. I'm so dumb sometimes. Okay. Whoosh. That's better. I'm so mad that I didn't think to look at... Like, here's the issue. Okay, if you're going to have a beverage that has caffeine in it, where do you typically look to see if something you're going to have has an allergen? Normally, you look at the nutrition facts, right? They always put caffeine in a different place, and I always forget that. And so today, when the fact that my mouth was like all puffy, that's normally a sign that like I had either bit my lip or maybe like if I was drinking a soda or something, the can was rough and it kind of like bothered my mouth. And I was like, no, I didn't do any of that. I'm like, but you know what has been different? And so then I looked at it today and I had to like flip the box over like 6 times. And I'm like, that's just obnoxious. I'm sorry. Put it where the other stuff is. I don't want to go on a hunt to find out. Ugh. Anyway, Smoothie, congrats on first, Calliope on second, and Kit Kat on third. Welcome in. It's nice to see you. Where is it? So like the nutrition facts are on one side, and then on the other side, I can get the box, but Pippin's lying down at my door.
I always have this glue gun stuck to my arm. Ugh.
Hello, friends. Awoo.
Awoo. Susan, thank you for 42 months. Holy moly. What color paper star would you like? Look at Pippin right now. Sweet girl. We have a bunch of paper stars to fold. Let me see if I can find Crystal Light, Peach Tea, Powder. Boop. I am trapped in that room. Yep. I cannot leave right now. You know what color I don't have at all? This was actually really cute. James was like, wait a minute. Because I recently recut my paper strips. I needed more of certain colors. And I didn't put them back in this mason jar because they all ended up... Well, a bunch of them ended up kind of limp. But no one has picked black and no one has picked white. I have black with like gel pens to write names. I also have this little white paper with like little flecks of color in it. So those are colors that no one has used yet if you want to do that. But if you would like a color, any other color, please let me know. You found it? Do you see where it is? I'm totes getting black next time. Let's do black, like the caffeine we didn't know we were consuming. So rude. Is it here? No, so like I'm literally looking. I'm a trendsetter. Didn't know you had it. Yeah. The only color that this packet didn't have was like browns. This was like a very like bright packet. On the Pure Leaf bottle, it's next to the nutrition. Well, that's nice. Isn't that nice? Hi, Allison. If you all could think good thoughts for Artie's tummy, I would appreciate it. She has decided that she has a hairball, probably from stress grooming when the sitters were here. And, she is not really keeping down her crunchy food. So she ate wet food about 30 minutes ago, and she's been good. And I'm waiting, because as long as that all stays where it's meant to, I'm going to try giving her some more just to, like, help. Do you think the overfeeding could have messed with the food, with things too? See, unlike the other cats, unlike the others, Artemis is not an overeater. So if she's full, she won't eat more. And that's great. We love that. Pippin does not like her wet food. Like, I'll show you a video here. It's pretty cute. Because I was giving Artie wet food, like, where she was, and Pippin comes, like, pushing her way in. She's like, ooh, what do you have there? And then sniffed it and was like, gross. So, oops, wait, 85, then the S. Look at how fun that is. With the white pen. All right, let's see. Okay, even this, right? If you were to look at buying it, it does say here with caffeine. I don't know if mine says that now. I'll have to look, because if it does, then I'm just dumb for missing that. All right, here's like, oh yeah, look at this. It doesn't say anything about caffeine here. Let's see if they have... Okay. So this is the back of the box. Again, I don't know. I don't know if mine said the caffeine plus flavor. I don't. And if I did, then again, that's my fault for just missing it. Okay. This is where I think caffeine information should be. Okay? Hi, Sean. Hi, Silly. Also, Petrichor, did I say hi? I don't know, but hi, just in case. It should be here somewhere. Okay? Oh, look! It does now. Pippin got up. I'm getting my box. I need you to see this. I'm not crazy. Pippin got up. I'm not crazy. My mother had me tested. They changed the box. Those assholes changed the box. Probably because nowhere. You saw how the new one. Okay, but it's Crystal Light powder, Petrichor. I didn't think that they really were using, like, tea in the freaking little powder packets. Okay, wait. Look, with caffeine now. It says it now. Okay? Here. Now, it says right there. This one doesn't. You know where it is? Is it here? Does it say here? Like this one, where it said caffeine plus flavor. No. Just about calories. Where is it? Under the phone number. Who's reading down here? I'm not looking for my caffeine. Under the phone number. Per serving, how many? Okay, one packet. That's a weird ass place, yeah. They definitely got a lot of complaints, yeah. There were people who, like, can't, like, my mom can't have caffeine. It, like, does weird things to her. They definitely got complaints. You'd serve this to your kids, not cool, right? I'm glad that they changed it, though. Because I did look before I drank it. Because I did see black tea. And like you said, Petrichor, I think, oh, okay, tea. I know now that some tea can have caffeine. Not all. This one's a peach iced tea. Not all of them do. You need to check. But since it's a tea one, I guess because tea typically has caffeine. But thank you, silly. Yeah, because like Crystal Light is one that my mom would always have because she could. An infusion. Interesting. Not all tea has the same caffeine. This is also true. I was just scrolling back up because I missed a few things. That's a weird ass place. That's the worst place for that information. But yeah, look away if you don't want to see. I literally, my lip was like so swollen when I first woke up. And then this was earlier where my bottom lip is still swollen and now my top lip is starting to swell. So that's why there's no face cam today, because I'm just like, I'm over it. It feels bad, okay? It doesn't hurt. It honestly feels like Novocaine. It just, you know, like after like everything's been numb and like you get feeling back? Like you get the feeling back and it doesn't hurt, but it just feels fat in your like... Not all teas have caffeine. Very true. And not all, like, I know, especially after doing everything with like the green tea, I learned my lesson. I checked this box in all of the normal places you would check a box. I checked here. Nowhere on here does it say caffeine. Like, why on earth would I actually do this to myself? Why would I drink something that's gonna, like, okay, up here. Nope. Here. Nope. Nope, 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 no. Sugar. Okay, no sugar. Cool. Nope. Nope, we got phenylethyl, whatever. Great. Super. Like, even down here. Carton made. Okay, sure. Nothing in here. Okay, directions. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Why would I look under the phone number? Why would I look under the phone number? Like, that's not a place I would ever look. Honestly, the way that caffeine is in beverages is the way that, or like in tea, okay? The way that they use caffeine in tea is like the same way that clothing sizes work in femme clothing. It doesn't make sense. Hi, Mary. My bot's not on. We didn't scream to check. Thank you for the lurk, though. I appreciate it. If you want people to learn, we should be kind, graceful, and understanding. Always. Always. At least it's post-Ryan wedding. Yes. Yes. I'm very glad for that. I was annoyed, honestly, when I woke up this morning, because, like, I could tell. As soon as I woke up, I'm like, my mouth is going to be swollen. And I was sitting there, like, what did I do different? I first thing I did think, I'm like, did I bite it? Did I scratch it? Did I do anything like that? Nope. Are you really? That's interesting, Calliope. Caffeine should be listed with the other ingredients. It's a serving size. This is a serving. 30 milligrams of caffeine per serving should be listed. It's a serving size. No, I just put it on. After Mary's lurk, it took a minute to load because it was doing a backup. Like, if it's something to do with the serving size, it should be put where all the other serving size information is. Or even, like, down here, underneath. You know? It's on now. Bot's awake. No. Scream all you want. Never oops. We can scream. That's why that command is there. I gotta trim my nails. I mean, I don't need to, but I want to. After growing them really long. Okay, the very first black star is in the jar. Very fun. And I have fun, like, white markers to write on it, or white pens. Black, like my heart. See, Kit Kat, at least the caffeine content on that bottle that you posted a picture of is next to the serving. Like, it's on the same side as the serving information. Do you know what I mean? Like, at least it's right there where you can see it, not under the contact info. Sari could probably program that. It should be with everything else. Under the contact info is shady. Yeah, they're hiding it. And then, like we were all saying, someone probably ended up, like, because some people that have heart issues can't have caffeine. And I bet you anything that someone ended up, like, going to the doctor or the hospital or something because their medication or their whatever. Because, like Silly was saying, Crystal Light doesn't normally have caffeine. Like, that's one of the things that it, you know, it's like a safe drink option. And so to me, I'm like, okay, were they trying, like, what? Why would it be separate? It doesn't make sense. Agreed. You know, though, that someone sued them. And then they were like, it was on the box. You just had to look for it. Allison, there's your star. They were hiding it for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. So I figure that you all would agree and scream with me on that one. It was just like, what in the heck? What are we doing? Also, I realized I never showed you. So, oops. Look at, right? I give her food, the wet food in the hall. Sure. Okie doke. Why not? I don't care, as long as you're eating. And Pippin's like, ooh, what's this? Sounds like it's great. And she's like, absolutely disgusting. And then leaves. She's like, wow, it sounds like you're eating something really tasty. What is it? Sniff, sniff. Ew. Gross. Why are you eating that? Pippin only eats, like, the shreds. She's real, like, particular about that. So. Mood. Huh. her. She's like, why? Why? First of all, these are gift subs. This is for Sharn's gift subs. Because it's September, so subs are on sale right now. If you want to subscribe, they are actually, you can get discounts as well. Like, you can subscribe for 1 month or up to 6 months in advance. And you can get the discount on the 6 months in advance as well. So if you're like, I really want to sub, I think it's like $30 or something around that. Oh, uh-huh. Listen, he's made a lot of things very difficult and frustrating. There is a period of time where no one had heard from him. He had gone, like, quiet on social media, and no one had seen him out and about, and everyone was like, oh my god, did he die? And we all were, like, really excited. Isn't that's something. Mattress rotated. Damn, Petrichor. So I think they also have a caution caffeine warning. That's really good. I may be a little sweaty. I have no doubt about that. That's a whole ordeal, yeah. Time to sit. That's gonna be one of my... Can I just tell you how... That's one of the things that I will definitely not be looking forward to while James is gone. Like, I know that's a silly thing to be like, damn. But we have a king-size bed. And it's a hassle to change sheets. Why does the purple not wanna? Oh, Susan! You're so sweet. What? Just because I'm curious, because I don't know what happened when you did try to go to the post office. This one doesn't want to fold. I'm gonna throw it. Like, what? Did they say something? Was there a charge? I'm just curious because I haven't actually talked to anyone yet who's tried to deal with any of this ridiculousness. Puff up, Star. Damn. Evidently, I have to do this one off the camera. Sheets, sheets are the worst. Okay. This star didn't want to be perceived being made, and honestly, I understand. I didn't want to be perceived today, too. Whose was this? It's a little bit sad in this one corner. I'm sorry. But it's made. Listen, we all can't be beautiful stars. I don't want them anymore. I filled in customs for him as a newish rule. That's not it anymore. How to download an app, register on it, then fill in where it was going, where it was coming from, its value, where it was made. And then it calculated if I had to pay duties. Yeah. It's gonna become a nightmare for everyone. And people with small business and people who don't live in the same place. Like, what if you have family? Like, people used to mail Christmas packages to each other. That's not going to happen anymore. That's so annoying. Another star. In the jar. 2 more stars. We got Sillykins, and this was anonymous gift subs. Won't be ordering them for... yeah! No, it's just... all that this is going to do is just continue to hurt businesses. Especially small businesses. Walmart, they don't care. Like, it'll affect how much they charge for things. But, like, all it's going to do is just affect the little guy. Again. Duties. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Yep. Even, like, my stuff, which is very light. It's so dumb. Like, I absolutely hate having to charge what I charge for the things that I make, like the shipping prices. But... oh yeah, I use Pirate Ship. That's all that I use. Alright, hold on. Boop. They're silly. Oh, thank you, Silly. Or, sorry, Kit Kat. I'll look at that in a second. Sorry, I was looking at Silly's comment as I was speaking about yours. Bloop in the jar. Won't be able to meet the demand. No, that the larger ones can. Absolutely. Won't take U.S. orders for the time being. Yep, I don't blame them. Drive there ourselves, right? Ooh, okay. I should have been talking about this while we've been doing this. I'm a silly sausage. I was trying to think of something that I could make for James. Because he's gonna be gone for a while. And he'll be in some colder states during some colder months. And so I was like, maybe I could... I know that he can't really, like... obviously, he has to wear uniform. On weekends, he can do whatever. So I'm like, he has hats, he has scarves, he has his knit sweater. I haven't crocheted him a sweater yet. I don't know that I could get it done in time. But I was like, maybe... I don't know. I could make another hat or another scarf. Or something like that. Well, I haven't made gloves or mittens. And then this is anonymous. Handwriting things, yeah. Or hand warming. Handwriting. I can read. I have to make this into a little spiral bound guy. And I know that no one here, everyone here will completely understand. I felt really goofy about it. Because it was an eye hook. That's what I thought, but I wanted to be sure. I recently, like, earlier this year, made my own, like, printable, planners, like weekly planners. And I printed out, because I want to start, like, getting everything ready. Since it, once again, surprise, it's happening in, like, a month. I want to start, like, getting all my stuff together so that I'm as prepared as I can be. And I was like, okay, I made my own, like, planner pages. I should print those. And I went to print, and I stood there, and I went, like, this is magical thinking again, okay? And I know that it is. But I stood there at the printer with it like ready to go. And I went, but last time I had different planner pages. Last time he went, I used a different set of pages and I survived that. I made it through that time. And I was like, yeah, but Megan, you worked really hard on these. And my brain was like, I don't care. You need the exact same one so you'll survive again. So I printed up the same one. Listen, if it quiets the anxiety a little, if it helps, I'm not gonna question it. Okay? So it's like, it's different than mine. The one that I made also had like a work in progress section and like yarn. It was like more craft focused. I get that. So valid and funny. It seems reasonable to me. But this one, instead of like the yarn section, has like a must do, should do, and a shopping list, which is great. And I used those last time. And this was I loved having the ability to be like, so I'll put on like the must do on every one, like that I need to drive the car. Like I need to drive both our cars to make sure the batteries don't die and everything like that. So like, but the nice thing too is that I can mark off what day I did it. So like then the next week, if I'm like, oh, I really can't do it today, I have my period, I have whatever. Where did I find this? Oh, hold on, I'll type it in. It is a free download. There is also one that has like a work in progress one on my website. If you're a member, you'll have access to it. makinglemonadeblog.com. Oops. I didn't realize what it was until I was starting to like write it. I like the must-dos and the shopping part. Yeah. I need to make like a second, like it was fun to make something that was this is from 2021 as well. So there might be new ones, like if you're looking for this specific one, you might have to like scroll a bit in their planner section, cuz the last time he was away for this sort of thing was back then. So this is that's a lot of weeks, y'all. That's a chunky amount of weeks. Ugh. It's wild to me, Susan, that the last time that this happened was when he showed up. Because part of me is like, that just happened. And then the other part of me is like, he's been here forever, though. Like, what do you mean it's been 4 years? What do you mean? Think about how good it will be to tear each one up. Yes. You can absolutely ask a silly question. You could ask a serious question. You can ask 27 questions, but I cap it there. First account I followed on TikTok, and Maple was the reason I decided the app was worth staying. That is wild. James was laughing. He's like, no more cats though when I come back this time. And I'm like, bro, there's no room for more cats. We're cat out. Like, we're out of room. Like, if anything, maybe another one's gonna show up outside that I'm gonna try and trap or something, you know? Listen, he does know if another one shows up, and I've talked to shelters before about this and all of that, is that I'm not gonna turn my back on an animal that's in need. And he knows that. But I also have agreed and promised him that no other animals will be living with us. I'm like, but if there's an animal that comes into the yard and is hungry or thirsty or needs medical attention, I will be helping that animal, you know? Like, how often does James have to go away like this? Is this different than field training? I think that's what my brother does, but he's not reachable during that time. Okay. So it depends. James, when he went away for basic training, right? Back when he enlisted in the Army, when he was 18. And that was for a while. That was unreachable. I didn't know him then. But that was like an unreachable time. When you get your specialty, right? When he was in the Army, he was military police. So when you get your specialty, you go away for school, which is where they teach you how to do your specialty in the branch that you're in. And then he hadn't really had to go away for school like that. Again, what they do, because he's not active duty. He is reserves. So basically what that means is that 1 weekend every month he has to go in, and 2 weeks out of the year he goes in. But that's local. Sometimes the 2 weeks, like, was it last year or 2 years ago, he went to Alaska for 2 weeks. That was his 2 weeks of, like, training, if you will. They went to a different base to learn different vehicle maintenance stuff. So when he enlisted in the Air Force, because he hadn't been in the Air Force, he needed to go away for training for vehicle maintenance, which is he didn't have to go away for basic training or any of that stuff. He'd already done that. He'd already finished it. But he didn't know how to do the vehicle maintenance, like, work. So that's what he went away to do for the 4 months last time when Maple showed up. So the 4 months was him learning how to be a vehicle maintenance person. If he didn't switch from vehicle maintenance to load master, which, funny, he wouldn't be going away right now. But because he is now a load master, which is basically, he's going to be the person now that loads all of the material onto a plane, flies with said plane to location, and unloads the plane. Then he gets back on and he comes home. So he switched jobs and he now needs to learn how to do this new job. So, like, the first couple of weeks or the first couple of months that he's gone is one group of training. He'll be coming home a couple of times in between for very brief periods of time. The second time that he leaves, he's very excited about this one, is for learning about, like, I forget what it's called, but basically learning what to do if your plane goes down. And, like, how to get out of, like, a water crash and things like that. Because he'll be flying now. I mean, he won't be flying the plane, but you get it. And then the last bit, which is the longest bit, of course, is where he is learning his specific plane. Because there's different planes in the Air Force, and so he's going to be on one specific model. So the longest part of the 7 months is going to be when he goes to learn how to do all the stuff for his specific plane. That was a lot of information, but Megan is getting another cat. One of my first TikTok accounts brought me here. Oh, I heard no cats, but any other animal is fine. Ooh, is that the loophole? He comes back and we now have, like, a frog with 3 legs. Yeah, active duty and reserves are different. For sure. He'll be in said plane, yeah. A dog and a rabbit. Perfect. A squirrel with no tail. Right, silly. Yep. If he had just stayed where he was, he wouldn't have to go away for training. Now, there is a couple of reasons why he left where he was before. He really liked the vehicle maintenance guys, and he learned a lot, and he really enjoyed it. In fact, he was looking for a while at possibly like trying to find civilian jobs because he has a lot of knowledge on how to do work on big trucks and things like that. Hold on. 10. Okay. But the vehicle maintenance guys, when they deploy for longer periods of time and not always to like safe zones. When he originally joined the Air Force, being the loadmaster working on this specific plane was what he wanted to do, but there were no jobs available out of our base. So the base that's closest, or well, is it closest? I don't know. The base that he flies out, he works out of, didn't have any loadmaster positions open. So he took his second choice, which was to be on vehicle maintenance. When the first choice option opened up and the guys on vehicle maintenance are willing to write him like a recommendation to get over into it, he took it. And part of that is if he gets deployed as a load master, he might be gone for like a week or two at the most. And he would be loading a plane, flying it somewhere safe, and then unloading it and coming back. Because the plane that he's flying is huge and you can't land it in like a war zone. So he felt better about that, especially with the state of certain things, you know? He's like, I would rather be gone for less, I'd rather deploy for less time, and be in a safer area. And I was like, you know, I can't argue with that. I really can't. I was supposed to do a 10 foundation single crochet. Not what I did. Wah, 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 wah. It does make sense. And I feel bad because I yelled at him a lot. To say I was distraught is an understatement. And part of it is that now I'm chronically ill compared to the last time that he went. And that scares the crap out of me. Like badly. And I feel bad because I yelled at him. Because I was like, if you had just... The issue is we got married in 2014. He didn't re-enlist until like 2020. That's 6 years. That's a huge gap. And his reasoning was he did 9 years in the military, and that's only 11 away from a pension. Okay, but if you had stayed in those 6 years, we'd be almost done. We would be almost done. It's just, there's just so much. Does he get paid more? I think he might get a slight bump in pay. I don't know. I do know that he was getting a special award of some kind because he's been stepping up and teaching a class that they haven't had anyone who's been certified to teach. And so because of him, he got his entire unit up to date on a class that people haven't been up to date on in a while. And so he's getting like a special award for that. Heck yeah, I agree. And he might get a pay bump up with that too. Listen, don't join the military if you want to be paid well, okay? It's not going to do that. But the pension is a nice thing. And we won't ever have to worry about like insurance because we can always be on the what is it called now? Is it TRICARE? They always switch the name up. So like his reasoning makes sense, but his timing really blows. Yeah. Veteran pensions are different than. So, the one nice thing is he works for the railroad. They pay into railroad retirement, not government retirement. So that's safe, which is fabulous. And military, as of right now, is as well because it's a different. Listen, even with the current climate, the government loves the military because they fight our wars, you know? Like most of they spend a lot of money on most of that money doesn't go to the actual military and doesn't go into the things that it needs to, but that's another problem. No, I'm glad that like, you know, I have all of you. You can, if you were here last time for this, you'll know that, you know, I lean very heavily on the community and the streaming and just being able to come in and chat with you all and hang out, and have this kind of like planned every day, because that's really a big part of it, is that I don't necessarily have, like, I have friends in the area now. I've made more friends with my neighbors, but like I don't really hang out with people. And it's hard to not have like your person around. And I definitely know that there are those of you here who get that. Yes, show me the pretty new polish. You can help. Yeah. I'm just like, there's a part of me that's worried that, you know, because I'm going to have to do all the things. And that's why, like, it's going to be important to plan how I do things. That, you know, I don't want to be having, like, vertigo and still having to, like, walk the dog and feed the cat, you know? Like, that's just... I can't see this administrating cutting things from the military. We hero worship them too much, yeah. Again, now do they pay them well? No. Do they offer, like... I mean, they have gotten better, too, about, like, mental health support and things like that. So I have to say that things have improved with military, like, compared to how it was, but... And this training, like, I knew he was going to have to go away for it. I just didn't know when. It was going to be a matter of when his squad had the funds to send him and when the classes were available. He also had to pass, like, a physical. And that took a really long time because evidently, like, some numbers were, like, slightly off. And so he had to go for, like, more testing and more this and more that. And, yeah. They treat vets horribly, yeah. Hell, they treat active duty horribly. I'm glad that there are more people who are working to support them, and that there are more places that are really trying to push for, you know, mental health and things like that. It's one thing that I'm always glad that James is so willing to talk about, is like how he struggled with his mental health when he was deployed, and how he got help. Like, he got medication while he was deployed, and he needed, you know, that additional support. Like, he was a baby, you know, he was a young kid. I don't even know that he was 21 when he was deployed. I have to do math. And that's a lot to, like, be put in a war zone away from your family. And I'm grateful for certain content creators. That one where, like, I showed you all where the people called me a pine cone. I unfollowed that content creator. I was like, this person's unhealthy for my mental health. But Mandatory Fun Day, one of my favorite content creators, and is constantly pushing mental health and like taking care of yourself and looking out for your friends and all of that. And it's, we are pine cones proudly. What was I about to look at? No, it's gone. Whatever I was about to look at completely left my head. That's okay. Nail polish. Yeah, there's something I was gonna look at on my phone. Those people were milk slurpers anyway. Oh, look at that little wedge guy. I feel like I've seen that before. That's interesting. One easier at each corner. Oh. That is very me coded. That's very pretty. So I had mentioned this to my mods yesterday. If you were here and you were hanging out near the end of stream, you'll know that I got really unhinged. Like, really unhinged. And I made a stupid joke, and I started laughing. Like, oh, God. A lot. Like, my face turned beet red. I couldn't breathe. I was, like, wheezing. And y'all, we didn't raid yesterday. Because I'm pretty sure that laughing started my period. And I had to go and take care of it. And it totally did. I was like, okay, and we're gonna end now. And, like, we ended, and James like, where are you going? I'm like, I'll be back. It's like, oh, I gotta go check something. Yeah. I, like, literally, you know how you kind of feel like a jellyfish? Not to get, like, graphic, it just kind of feels like a jellyfish. It kind of just goes bloop. It was that. That's what I felt. And I was like, oh, obviously it's not a jellyfish, and those of you who know what goes bloop. But I was like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bloop. Bloop isn't listen, the best way that I have ever been able to describe this to someone who has never experienced a period, look at a lava lamp. Okay? You know how lava lamps, they, like, the little bubbly guys, they kind of, like, they start to split. And then all of a sudden they, like, split in half. And it just goes bloop. That's a period. That's it. And just goes bloop. Mine used to start with cramps first, petrichor. That was how I used to know my period was coming, is I would get really bad cramps. Now I get spotting for like several days before I get my period. So that kind of makes it tricky to know. And then the day that I get my period, like today is cramp central. I've taken, which I'm like, damn, if I had known that this drink had caffeine, I would have waited till today to drink it because, you know, Midol and what have you. Would have been great to have some of that today. But yeah, I've already taken Tylenol. I'll take Tylenol again in a little while. Just because I have to avoid the caffeine right now. But yeah, day 1 for me is when I get the worst cramps and I kind of just want to die a little. That's also part of why I'm like, yeah, face cam doesn't need to happen today. With a migraine, the mental health crashes, yeah. There are times when I look back and I'm like, that's why my mental health was absolute shit. Alright, evidently it's ad time. So we're going to take a quick break. Take a stretch, get a snack, get a drink, use the bathroom, take your meds, move your laundry. I'm going to see if Artie wants to eat any more of this food. And see if she wants to eat a little more since it's been over an hour and a half and she's kept it all down. So, hey, fingers crossed that continues. We'll play some words on stream and I'll be right back. Not me pushing. I pushed the Pokemon button instead of muting my mic. I'm a professional. I'll be right back. Alrighty. There we go. I'm a professional. No, that was me. I was echoing. At least it should have been. I had myself pulled up so that I could continue the words. Here. I took a video. Look at her. She like never licks the spoon. And she was like, no, this is good. Little limbs. She is very chaotic with how she eats. Like, she eats very much like a toddler in my mind. I was like, here, you want this? And she's like, yeah. Look at her. Like, she's not trying to eat any of it. She's just licking it. And then some of it gets in her mouth. And then I was like, here, do you want some? Because once again, she was like, what's this all about? She's like, ew. No thanks, Mom. It is actually pretty gross. Actually, pretty gross. So I figured that me taking extra time would be forgiven if I brought back little mlems. So I hope that I am in fact forgiven. I mean, Pippin has never liked that food. So yes. I suppose. I'm sure that she'll be in here at some point now. Yeah, Pippin will eat the dry food because they have the same dry food. Yeah. But the wet food she doesn't touch, which is, again, that is a good thing. At least I don't have to worry about that. Artie will eat Pippin's wet food, though. Artie doesn't care. She has no self-preservation. Is she getting a prescription wet food because it, otherwise she was getting upset tummies at one point? Yeah. Does she want to go and eat the crap food that Pippin loves? Absolutely. She's like, wait, but hers smells so much better. And Pippin's like, yeah, it is. Like, yours smells gross. Nasty. Patches would do that too? Yeah. They're stinkers. And it was cute. I sent James that video of Artie eating, and he's like, are you not streaming? And I was like, no, I am. Like, it was stretch break. I was just giving her more of the food since she ate and kept it down. And he was like, oh. I gotcha. What's mine is mine, and what's yours is mine. Mm-hmm. She's getting up. I do believe she's coming over here. Is it time for Artie? If you're looking for extra water, it's in here. I just didn't want you out there drinking water without me knowing. I was afraid that she was like almost almost like drinking too much water on an empty stomach, if you will, and that was bothering her too. So, are you looking for your water bowl? Well, it's actually Patch's water bowl. But once again, dog water, much better. Far superior to cat water. I have some. It's often in the hall for her. Like, it's either in the bowls in the living room and she stands up on the little dog tray and drinks it, or it's on the floor in the hallway and I picked it up and brought it down here. Hi, do you want to come sit? You can sit anywhere on this desk that you want. Anywhere, if you keep your food where it's meant to be. That's my only rule. Dog water is flavored different, absolutely. Hi, come here. She's just like staring at me now. And she left. Wow, Artie. Listen, I don't care where you go or what water you drink. Just keep the food in your belly. Because I told James, I was like, if she doesn't keep this down, I'm calling the vet. Like, earlier today. And then she did, and I was like, alright, well, I'll wait. Sorry, no one wants to listen to this kind of talk. Gross. Do y'all want to see something funny, though? So, Patch normally ignores the hall water, as we call it. Normally, it's only out there at night when the girls are out. I said no one wants to hear about pet illness, and that's fair. That's vet talk. But last night, he's like, "What this doing here?" He's like, "This isn't the normal spot, but I'm thirsty." I don't know why, but it's okay. I like this. This floor water's good. Yeah, so at night when the girls are on the other side of the baby gate, I leave the water with them because Artie otherwise will yell about not being able to drink the puppy water. So I put it on the floor at night when the girls are over there. He is so cute. Also, this is going to be on Maple's TikTok tonight, but I found, because he kept trying to harass Pippin, and I discovered that the other end of the cat wand was just the greatest thing last night. No, I think that she prefers the pup, like, standing on the little thing. Like, standing on the dog bowl to drink the puppy water. Like, I think that she prefers this. like standing here. This was Maple the other night during GlueCon. I had it on the TV. I sent that to Mrs. Gluon, and I was like, you need to show Doc. Like, he was watching the people walk by. He has never had an interest in that, but he was like, what? But no, the cats prefer drinking out of that. But I'll just take the bowl out of there. You can see there's only one in there at night. And I put that down the hall for them. So it's technically the same water. But one's elevated and one's on the floor. So, you know. I also forgot to take a peek. Let's see. Backstep. Who was here last night? Hello? New friend. I don't know you. You might have an ear tip. It might just be bent. A new friend. Running if she heard the stink, yeah. It's like they know James is leaving. I noticed this morning, because I put this food out since the neighbor's cat was, like, missing. And I noticed this morning that some of the food was eaten. So I was like, wait, I never checked to see who it was. Like, if it was a cat or if it was, you know... Yeah, it looks bent. It doesn't look clipped. It looks like it's bent over. Hello, baby. You're small. I'll put more food out for you tonight. Shh, don't tell. Don't tell anyone. Shh. It's our little secret chat. Hang on, wait. This is the important question. Well, I see no... There does not appear to be, you know, little acorns, but it could be a girl, so we shall just keep an eye on the new visitor. BRB telling the national news, no.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Oh gosh. Raiders! Hi, Yarn Crafters Corner. How are you? How is your stream today? What were you getting up to? We just were looking at a new visitor who stopped by the food bowl last night. My silence comes at a price. I booped the cat for you. And I took a video of her. I have, wait, hold on. There. I have Starbursts. Would you like any? Watermelon, fruit punch, cherry. Superior Starbursts. You know? Hi, Half to Happy. Welcome in. Let's get you a raid star yarn. YCC. Watermelon. Okay. Here you go. Ready? Say ah. Did you get it? I hope so. You're shuttle tatting today. That's fun. Then you did some show and tell since I got some shinies at a craft trade. What did you get? That's always fun. Well, thank you so much for the raid. We are working on my cardigan. I am now just starting the sleeves. So we're doing the cuffs right now. But welcome. It's always so good to have you. If you need to raid and run or do any kind of post-stream self-care, make sure that you do that. You're also welcome to lurk or chat, whatever you would like. We were just, we were giggling a little bit because James is going away again for Air Force training for a really long freaking time. And the last time that he went away like this for a really long time for training was when Maple showed up. Like literally the day that James left. That was when Maple showed up. I dropped James off. He took the train to the airport, so I dropped James off at the train station. And I came back home, I got into bed, I cried a bunch, I went to sleep, I woke up, and Maple was on the woodpile. Leftover diamond drills, chainmail rings, dragon scales. Ooh! So literal shinies. That's fun mail to get. I can't wait to see what you make with it all. There is your raid star. Thank you again. Into the jar. Hold on. I'll grab this. Oh, goodness. Cramps. You suck. Alright, where? Here we go. Literally, this is the first picture I ever took of Maple. Look at how he was sleeping on our wood pile. I was like, hello, who are you? Who are you? And then I was over there taking pictures and he was like, wait, what that sound? And he picked his little head up. And those are my first Maple pictures the day that James left. So, James is, of course, leaving again for more Air Force training. And y'all, you're not going to believe what happened last night. Now, we're not talking about this. Okay, this is what you just raided into. Nothing happened, okay? Because James doesn't leave until, he doesn't leave for a little bit, okay? He's got a little bit of time. Guess what happened last night? Uh-oh, it's buffering. It's buffering. Come on. Work! Ah, jeez. Oh no, we're telling more people? Lumi, can you all keep a secret? A double raid? Hi Lumi, how are you? How were games today? I didn't say anything in chat, but I was definitely lurking while you were doing some what do you call them? Demos. Demo day. Games were good? Yeah, secrets on the internet. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. We're talking about cats. So if you like cats, you're in the right place. James, Oh, Lumi, you and I, we have to pick a day to do our crafty co-stream. Slash, if you want to do any kind of crafty co-stream or even a game multiplayer stream in like the upcoming months, let me know. James is going to be gone for Air Force crap for like 7 months on and off. And so I am looking for peeps to do things with to kind of keep me from losing my mind. So, yeah. Yeah. It's gonna suck. But I was like, I need to DM Lumi. But you're here. It's like you knew. By the way, if you have to raid and run or do any kind of post-stream self-care, please make sure that you do that. We are working on a cardigan for myself. It's the first thing I'm making for myself. We're working on sleeves. The rest of the outfit is done. So we're starting on the cuffs right now. But, Raiders, you came in. So, if you don't know the story of Maple, here's your raid star, by the way. Thank you for the raid. Maple is our feral kitty, or former feral kitty. And he showed up the literal day that James left for his last Air Force training. His last Air Force training was a 4.5-ish month, 4-month stint. And I dropped James off at the train station. I was literally just telling YCC about this. I dropped him off at the train station that morning. I came back. I went back to sleep because I was like super sad. I woke up, fed Patch, took him out, and I noticed that there was a cat on the back wood pile. And this was the very first picture I ever took of Maple. And he showed up that same morning that I dropped James off. And so I joke with James. I'm like, listen, don't worry this time. You know, we're not bringing in any more cats while you're gone, right? But I was also saying to my stream that, you know, I'm not going to turn away a cat in need. And this is my second picture when he heard the camera go off and he was like, who you? Who in the heck? And now he's my sweet, soft, cuddly boy. I can say words. Like this was him last night. Hold on. Look at him. Look at him now. My sweet baby. Oh, I love him. Anyway, I put food out on the back step the other day because my neighbor, their cat escaped. And so in an effort to try and, you know, get the cat to come around, I was like, I'll put food and water out. And I didn't bring it back in. And this morning, when I took Patch out, I noticed that there was some food missing. And I completely forgot to look at the camera that we have that faces the food bowl to see who the visitor was. And this is why I asked if you all could keep a secret. So I'm trusting you, Internet. Because, oh look. Hello. Who are you? I have never seen you before. It's almost like the cat god said, this lady's gonna need a good distraction again. So, this guy's little, just based on the size of the bricks. Like, based on the size of the bricks in the bowl and everything. Like, I can't get, like, an exact measurement, obviously. But just in my brain, I'm thinking, I'm like, you're a little one. You're a little kitty. I don't know if you're young or if you're just small like Artemis is. But yeah, this literally happened last night and I'm like, oh. I promised that I would not bring another cat in the house, but if there's a cat that needs a TNR or something, you know, or a a cat that's friendly and wants a home, I'm gonna find them one. Probably just small, yeah. Or even just attention. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, you don't have to worry. I'm at my capacity for ability to take care of pets right now. Like, I will not... You do not have to worry about me bringing anyone else in. I promise you that. But if little buddy just needs someone to come by and get some snacks from, especially when it starts to get cooler out. Oh, you know what I wonder? So James is going to be gone, like I said, for about 7 months, starting next month. He'll be home here and there, but his longest bit will be in a very cold area. I wonder if I can make something by then. Like, I can't make something by next month for him. Like, I could maybe make... Oh, Petrichor... I think Petrichor shared a link, and I didn't click on it. Like, a silly... Someone shared a link to gloves, and I didn't click on it, because I was yapping. Thank you for the lurk, Smoothie. But maybe I can get something made by then. Oh, yeah, thank goodness. Perfect. Because, like, I might be able to get that made in time, but wouldn't it be great if I could get, like... He wanted me to crochet him a sweater. Wouldn't it be great if I could get that done by the time that he leaves? Like, for the coldest bit. What's really hard for me is that I have no idea, like, if he's going to be home at all for holiday stuff. He's like, I should be. And I'm like, yeah, well, should be doesn't mean you are. And there's no way that I'm decorating everything. Like, by myself. And super easy mitten. Okay, cool. Thank you. I could always, like, make another pair of socks, because he can wear socks. They don't care about that. They'd have to be boot socks, which is kind of a pain. Because he has to wear his boots. Uh-oh, closed captions, are you... Did you just quit? Awkward. Can you all still hear me? Make him a blanket. He has a blanket that I made him. He can bring it. Yes, you can hear. Okay. Yeah, captions just said I'm done. He does have a blanket that he can bring with him. I was originally thinking like, oh, I should make him a plush that he can snuggle, but he's not a big snuggler. So I have to make him something big to snuggle with, but... Yeah, honestly, the captions quit the same time my cramps came back, so what a mood. Captions are like, oh, I'm out. I'm doing 10 rows and then swapping to the other cuff. So I couldn't figure out where my my F hook was. This one. Because I have 2 sets of hooks, right? One that I keep kind of like with my to-go bag, if you will. Like I have a little bag that I'm always ready to bring with me, and when we went for the wedding. And then I have like the ones in my office, and I could not find the other F hook, and I'm like, what is happening? And I opened up the bag with this yarn, because this is what I took with me when we went for the wedding. And there was the F hook. It was in with the yarn I was going to use to make my neighbor the thank you for cat sitting, and then I didn't. And when I frogged it and I shoved it back in the bag, I just shoved everything in, and I hadn't opened it since. It's like, oh, there's my hook. It just got shoved in with everything. That's fine. It's so frustrating when things like that happen and you're looking everywhere and you're like, I know that I didn't. I know that I still own it. Like, where did it go? Morning, Emily. Tranquil has not been caught by Megan. Nope. We can't have her catching things. That's okay. So I think tomorrow, you know how I was like, we're going to do something, crochet, cross stitch, I don't know. What if we worked on finishing this little pumpkin house from last Halloween? That way we can then start on a new one. And this one will be done and ready to go out this year. I think that's a really good idea. It needs its little witchy hat. So I was like, that's kind of fun. It's a little bit of everything. It's yarn and it's cross stitch, and let's just put it all together. Yes? Okay. Very good. Then that's what we will do. Oops. Oh, hey. Guess what? If you're here and you're lurking, I need you to come back. Don't worry, I'm not about to call people out of lurk. That's gross. But I'm going to call you over in case you want to enter a sticker giveaway. Because I forgot to give it away yesterday. Well, actually, I didn't forget. We were playing Plate Up. So, go ahead and type !sticker in chat to enter to win. It's open worldwide to all followers. That's all you have to be doing is following. So go ahead and enter now. I hope that was worth me calling you out of lurk for. Enter, and then you can go back to lurk. Unless, of course, you win, in which case you'll have to come over here and fill out a little form to let me know what sticker you want. But please continue to enjoy your lurk. And feel free to let me know what you're doing if you want to. Are you gaming or crafting or working or, you know, whatevs. I drew it, Lockpick. I made it. I might make, I might want to make Derpy go up a little more. Or in front of the words. But yeah. Uh-huh. There it is. There's also a little sussy on his head. I don't know how well that's visible when it's tiny. I basically like took the image of him like going down into the thing and reversed it when I did the animation. So like spider legs on an Ami, cute. That's what I'm thinking. I have to the issue is then that I have to draw more of his face, which isn't an issue. It's just that I don't have more of his face drawn. Because I was using the reference of him peeking out of the hole. So I can do it. It's just going to take some time. But at least for right now. I could make him go up and back down too. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I could reverse the going up to make it go down. Yup. I was thinking about that too. I'll have to see how it reads, you know? Make sure that you enter that sticker giveaway. A reminder's about to pop up. There's about 3 minutes left. Type exclamation point sticker to enter. Do it. Yes. It's nice having like a reference, if that makes sense, because you can like, what I do a lot of times with like Procreate is I'll use like the little thing to like put boxes so that, remember like when you were a kid and you would use boxes, where like, oh yeah, like to follow, in this box is this little like curve, and in this box is the ear, and in like that kind of thing. So it's easy when you have a reference. Like in Discord, how it says hello, and it's just derpy, or it's just sussy. Is that what you mean? Yeah. Yeah, I have to fix that too. Unfortunately, when you upload the animated emotes to Twitch and Discord, you have Twitch integration in with your emotes, it uploads it as like the first image. So there's also like this one is also really fun when when Discord uploaded it, because it was one little dash. It was literally one tiny red dash, not the whole heart. You never noticed a little sussy? Yeah. Yeah, that's why, honestly, I just need to, oh, I don't have my iPad in here. I have to upload it to my PC, and then I'll put the animated version in Discord, and then, yeah. Oh, our closed captions are making an attempt. All right, let me stop them again. Last minute to enter for the stickers. Just in case anyone's on mute and they're reading. You can't read because the closed captions are just broken. All right, I have 8 more rows on each cuff, and then we're done. So let's just do that. Oh, are you coming back? You can do it, closed captions. I believe in you. Yay! Way to go! Maybe. It's delayed. And frozen again. Allison! You want a sticker? Congratulations. Go ahead and fill out that claim form. Thank you all for entering. And I hope that you all enjoy your lurk again. Thank you for coming out of lurk for stickers. I knew I had to give one away. I just wanted to do it at a random time. I can't tell you how many streams I've been to where people come for like a giveaway, like a Sims pack or something like that, and then leave as soon as the item, like the giveaway item is done. So I was like, you never give away an item. Plus you want people to like be there, you know? So I'm like, never give away a thing right at the very beginning, unless you want people to get there early, I guess. I like to do it at a random time. And when is more random but when I remember something? Because who truly knows when I'll actually remember things? I don't. Worth it to see the derpy I made. Yay! Yeah, and those edits are in my mind to work on. And I've also been working on the Pippin emote. Her first one. And a second one is soon following. So. I normally don't enter community or enter giveaways in communities I'm not a part of because it feels weird. Yeah, I can get that. That makes sense. I always hope when like someone who's brand new to a community, like maybe it was their first stream and they entered a sticker giveaway, I always hope that they'll come back, you know? Especially if they won, you're like, yay! I hope you'll come back and visit us again. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, you know? It's just the nature of things. My second or third visit. Aww. That's sweet. Uh-oh. There we go. I'm an overthinker. Mood. Big mood. I hope that this feels like an okay place, though, to enter if you're new, you know? Like, sometimes I feel as though it does feel like a bad thing if you enter something. Oh, just kidding. I'm not doing the small size. I need to do this to round 32, not 28. I'm like, that seems awful tight for my wrist. It is, you silly goober. That's why you literally have the 32 highlighted, not the 28. Jeez Louise. A silly sausage. Good catch, yeah. The nice thing is that you just continue to crochet with the same yarn, so at least I wasn't about to like cut it or anything. Also depends on what's being given away. That's true too. A sticker, I feel, well, see, sometimes I feel like maybe it's a little harder to enter something where you have to give your address. Like maybe you won't feel as comfortable if you're brand new to a community. But like a kit for a Sims pack, which is $5 versus like the whole like $30 or $40 pack, you know, that can be kind of different. A game code, yeah. Or like if someone does like a merch giveaway for like a physical item versus like a pattern, that's another one where I'm always kind of like, oh, if I haven't been here long, I won't enter. But if it's like a pattern where like, you know, it's only $5. It depends, yeah. I get that. But if you're new here, you're welcome. You are welcome to enter things and to do things and oops. That feels better. Yeah, that feels better. Isn't that wild? That's what, 4 rows difference? Yeah. Oh gosh. I'm trying to like not slouch or sit all shrimpy in my chair. I've been trying to be better about that, but my cramps are like, hi, I'm here. And I'm like, all right, shrimp mode activated. Oh yeah, I was just agreeing with you. I kind of feel... You can kind of tell, I guess, almost too sometimes, the way that like a community feels, if it's okay to enter if you're brand new or not. Yeah, being respectful. Lurk work. Oh, heckin' work. Thank you for the lurk, though. I don't want to upset anyone. Nah, you're good. Oops. I was like, man, I really haven't done anything on this today. Like, what? I made 2 cuffs, and then I realized it's only 5 o'clock. Girl, you have another hour. Plus, you were yapping. Plus, your body is literally stabbing itself. You're good. Why is it so hard to give ourselves grace, but not to give it to others? This is starting to feel personal, Pokemon. Come on. What's that? Hang it up early? Oh, what, stream? That others have value and I don't. That's a terrible way to be raised. I'm sorry. When I help others, yeah. No, I was definitely... I was like made to feel guilty if I didn't put others before me. So... I'm grateful it wasn't, you know, I don't have value, but still that guilt. That guilt is there. I think we can invite them to tea. Emily, you missed the beginning of stream. Evidently. The reason that I was so puffy and swollen with hives today is because the Crystal Light peach tea that I've been drinking. Yeah. You missed this. They've changed the box since then. Okay, but you missed the beginning. Here, y'all, I want you to tell me. Alright, so this is the front of the box. Okay, I'll tell you right now, nowhere on here does it say it has caffeine. 5 calories per packet. It tells you how many packets, what size they are. 90% fewer calories than leading beverages. Okay, where would your next guess be as to where the info might be? Maybe here. Nutrition facts. Surely, right? Let's see. Okay. Okay. Nope. Serving size. Nope. Nope. Nope, nothing about caffeine. Okay, no sugar added. We love it. Okay, ingredients. Nothing here about caffeine. Right, but you see, obviously tea has caffeine, but not all tea has the same amount. Not all tea. There is decaffeinated tea that has less. And Crystal Light has been notoriously known for not having caffeine. That's using the assumption that everyone knows that black tea has caffeine. Okay, have a glass. Nope. 5 calories. Okay, great. All the flavors still only 5 calories. Okay, great. I get it. Carton Matra. Okay. Nope. Not on the back. Directions. Okay. Empty, empty, shake or stir. Perfect. Who is reading underneath the Crystal Light phone number for 30 milligrams of caffeine per serving? Who is looking at this whole box and thinks that's where it's going to be? I will say that they've changed this box since then. Because I was curious about it. Because I didn't realize, and my... Nope. Nope. It sure doesn't. That would make sense to me, to put it somewhere here, because it's a serving size information. That's what I said, Emily. I'm like, this is dangerous. I'm sure that someone has sued them, because if you can't have caffeine and you get this... Oh, you know what? I wonder if they've changed it. I clicked, because I just realized this is the same one, the peach iced tea. Oh, goddamn it, ads. I clicked on the mango. No, what did I click on? Because look, even the mango one doesn't. Oh. Okay, hold on. Be right back. Okay. Honestly, perfect that the word was furious. Okay. So they're changing the boxes. I scrolled some more in the app during the stretch break. They have started to change the boxes. Crystal Light with caffeine. And look at this. On the back, caffeine plus flavor. And here on the nutrition, why look, in red, they also increase the caffeine. So either they lied, well, this is peach, not, what is this one? Peach mango versus peach iced tea. 60 milligrams of caffeine in 16 fluid ounces is wild. They were clearly in trouble. That's what I was saying, Emily. And look, would you look at what's not here anymore? Under the phone number? The only mention of caffeine. Because here's the thing. I didn't realize that unless it said decaffeinated on it, that like all tea is caffeinated. I always thought that like green tea, like, because green tea is always marketed as like super healthy for you. And I was like, surely then that means that it doesn't have caffeine. Nope. Well, here's the thing, and I'm feeling okay enough now to have like both cameras on. I'm feeling better. Caffeine activates my hives really badly. So earlier today, I didn't want my face camera on because my mouth was super swollen. I had it's still a little bit irritated, if you will, but I had a huge hive. And it's because caffeine, for me, because my mast cells are irritated from whatever had originally irritated them, they're less stable, which is a mood. I'm not very stable. And that means that they're more easily triggered. So caffeine is one of those things that triggers them. I could switch from Mountain Dew to Crystal Light with that much caffeine. For real. For real. But even herbal teas, even all teas have caffeine in it. And like I was also saying, it says with black tea. Okay. Who here has had Crystal Light? It's a powder. It's like Kool-Aid, right? It's a powder you add to water. It doesn't have, like, I did not think it would actually be using, like, real tea. Should have been there in the first place, yeah? It's just, I'm glad that they're fixing it, but like you guys were saying, it should have been there all along, because I looked. I knew that caffeine is an irritant, and then I knew, because it said with black tea on it, I was like, it probably has caffeine. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, Or fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. So I'm like, okay. And I looked. I did not look below the call number until this morning when I was like, this has got to have something, right? I'm like, is there... I wonder if it's on here. Because, like, imagine that you get... Okay, this is how it comes out. Like this. So at least they had it there. Because, like, you can buy these sometimes, like, the little packets. Like, if you're at, like, you can find them at, like, airports or things like that. And I'm like, imagine if it wasn't on this. But, yeah. here I am, like, I'm being good. I'm trying to drink more water, so I'll add flavor to it, because that will help. Lol. I don't know why it's not on a nutrition thing, especially because it's a serving size. Like, it's 30 milligrams per serving. All right. Okay. Pattern. So yeah, that was just something that I discovered earlier. Add death flavor. Listen, I can show you what my mouth looked like earlier if you want to see. If you don't, that's fine too. But I'm like... It's wild. It's wild how puffy. I don't know how it looks now. I don't even know if it is better. Oh god, it's so much better. Oh, it's so different. It was so bad before. Work 2 single crochet. Your sleeve will look wavy and crazy. Okay, I'm like, that's a lot of stitches that you want me working into this sleeve bit, but okay. It says, don't worry. Yeah, me too. I'm very glad. Sorry. The neighbor's loading his lawnmower onto the trailer. It'll be done in a minute. Of course, because I opened my window today. Or unloading. That's fine too. Thank you for the lurk. That's 40. You know what I was thinking of before with ads, by the way? Let me see if I can find it real quick. I was like, wait, I know a cute thing I could put on this screen. Let me see if it's here. Don't let me forget, I'm on 40. I thought that it was in this. Ha! I found it. Wait. Oh god, that's huge. That's what she said. I could totally put like Norman here. On this screen when I don't have my face. Does he look cute or is he too compressed? I could make him bigger and put the... That's cute! Do we like that? I do have other, It's funny, when I was looking, I was like, oh gosh, I actually have a lot of different, I mean, I could... Oh god, why are they all so big? Like we could also put little waving Norman. There's also, they're all so big. There's also a little peeking Norman. That's an emote. Like, he could be peeking. Is there one? I kind of like him peeking out of the flowers. I don't know. We can play around with it. I mean, I also have just Coco. She could always just be like lurking. Peeking. Oops. She could be there too. I'll leave them both. That's good options to have. Oh! Goodness me. Okay, I'm on 40. I didn't forget. Aren't you proud of me? Way to go, Megan. Thank you. How many was I supposed to have? 'Cause that's technically what that drawing was used for Patreon. Did I? 1, 2, 3, 4. I did it wrong. Okay. Fudgesicles. Okay. All right, let me... Oh no, you're so good. Oh yeah, the gnome was, I just had an idea about like having something there for when I don't have my face cam. So if you click on that, that little linky link, I was making the large sweater and I accidentally did the cuff for the extra large sleeve. Now, not a super big deal. I can undo it. But I was like, why am I getting 64 stitches and it says I should be getting 61? Well, Megan, it's because you accidentally did the number of rows for the sleeves that the extra large was supposed to have and not the large. So we are going to fix it. I will have to undo what I just did, and that's fine. But okay. Ooh, Kit Kat, I can't wait to see it. Sorry. All right. Oh, goodness me. A love disc. Is that gonna... Now I'm worried that because I stitched all my doubles into that side, that it's gonna show. It'll be fine, right? Because I need to lose 3 stitches. I can keep it like this. I'm going to keep it like this. But I'm going to drop the like, I got it. I got it. I still needed to undo it. But it'll be fine. The cuff will be a little bit like, it'll be 1 row longer, but the sleeve will have the same number of stitches that it needs to have. Like when I'm making the side. 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 'cause all that I would need to do is undo 1 row and it would have been fine. But like I said, I already stitched into this side, and so now I'm worried that if I did the other, it would look all weirdly stretched out. Oh no! I'm sorry, that sucks. I fixed it. Okay. That's one done. Listen, this isn't pie. It's not like you complaining about your itchies takes away anything. Like, everyone's allowed to complain. You're good. I always feel bad when people are like, oh, it's nothing compared to what you're going through. And I'm like, but it's still something. You're good. No worries. I'm not going to be like, oh, you have no idea. And actually, you're lucky. No, please. 1, 2, I gotta keep count. I have to count all the way up to 61. No one mess me up. Okay. Actually. Nope. $26. Look, yeah, Petrichor, that was number 27. Thanks for helping. Y'all are the best. Pretty rude of anxiety, honestly. I'm sorry. That's the worst. It's so much fun. Yay. Do you think it would be like reverse psychology? You're like, I love having anxiety. I'm so glad that it's here. Do you think that would help? I'm irritable today. It's definitely not my period. Okay, row 2. I mean, it couldn't make it worse, right? I like to think it couldn't. But who in the heck knows? I don't want to challenge it. You know, damn. Hooray, it's sleeve time. Hooray! I will say it's been really nice weather-wise, so we actually have like windows open right now, which has been very nice. It's supposed to get warm again later this week, which stinks, but I'm ready for some nice fall feel weather. Oh, the same but Florida. Boo. This is a really silly place for Disney to build his world, you know? Like, put that in, like, the Carolinas or something. Oh, imagine how cool Disney would be with, like, actual snow. Although I guess that could be problematic. They would have to close and stuff like that, so... I guess. It's like, ooh, yeah, it'd be so pretty, but then I'm also thinking about how slushy and gross the everything would be. Have a safe drive home. After a hard day of eating all the wall candy. Which is muggy, yeah. Okay, first sleeve, done correct. Let's make sure the second one is too. Oops. A Meryl? What a cutie. Look at him next to the little kitty cat. I can't be bothered to move. I'm sitting in a way where the cramps are manageable. Ugh. It's like, yay, below. Boo, more humidity. Oops. Wow, Pokemon. I mean, I'm glad you got it because you used a better ball than I did. So I'd be real mad if it if you didn't catch it. Still rude. it on the last ad break. Heck. But maybe my closed captions were gone. Or you weren't listening. Or you forgot, which is all valid. I'm sorry, I hate when that happens though. Hooray! Both of them are working. Yes. Alright, now I have to do this for 40 more rows. I'd like to do this quicker now. You know? That'd be great. Hey, you. Yes, you. You, the person that hears my voice. Relax your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. You clenching something else? Unclench that. When was the last time you took a sip of water? Is your water next to you empty? Go refill it. Or just take a sip of it. Look, even Sharn's telling you. Hydrate. I'll do that at the end of my row. And now back to your regularly scheduled yapping. Thank you for this self-care interruption. Hanging that laundry? You got this. Proud of you. It's not empty. Good job. Drink from it. Now it's empty. Now refill it. Okay, end of my row. Putting that there, hydrating. And stretching. Oh, goodness me. Oh my God. Hi, Justadine. Thank you for the lurk. I'd love to know what kind of crochet you're stitching together if you're able to let me know. If you're not, that's a-okay too. But I hope that your stitching together goes well. A V-neck tee. Cute. You're going to get water, but your dog just settled with her head in your lap. I suppose I'll have to allow it. As long as you promise you'll get water when she gets up. I'll allow it. Absolutely, okay. Have a laptop in your lap, you can't be bothered to move. Well, you did hydrate. Your cup's just now empty, so. Escapes meeting and sneaks in. I won't tell them you're here. You can hide with the cat. Huzzah. Oh. Alright, one more row each. Then we'll end with 4 rows. And then I'm gonna go curl up with a heating pad. Try and eat some dinner so that I can take more Tylenol. That's the one thing, right? So with the hives, they want me to take Tylenol because evidently ibuprofen can irritate it, and Midol has caffeine, which can also irritate it. Tylenol does not last as long as these other medications do. And I think that that's bullshit, okay? I think whoever decided that should get smacked. That's all. Patch, no, sir. Not for me, evidently. If it can. I know that Tylenol you can take like every 4 hours, where the other ones are like every 6. So. No. No, don't drop it. I thought that you could take Tylenol more frequently. Interesting. Well, then that's really rude that the stuff that works better for me, I can't take. That's rude. Okay? Baloney. That my body is, like, speeding through the Tylenol. And doesn't with the others. There's, like, a part of me that's like... I mean, I dealt with mouth hives today. Surely... it's fine. I can deal with it tomorrow. I mean, might all, you know? Like... Oh, it does. It doesn't have ibuprofen. You're right. It just has the caffeine. I'll maybe take an extra allergy med and then take a Midol. That might be worth it. It might be worth it to take an extra Zyrtec today. Because goodness if these cramps don't blow. I forgot that it doesn't have ibuprofen in it. It's just one of the bad things. Not both of them. It's not caffeine and what do you call it? My brain just took that information and threw it away. Ibuprofen. That's the word. My brain was like, you don't need that information, surely. Yeah, my issue with Tylenol seems to... Hello? Pokemon button? Seems to be that if I take it on an empty stomach, it bothers my stomach more than the others. So I need to eat something. Like, I'd go take some right now, but I do not want to have an icky feeling tummy on top of everything else. So... I know I could just take it with a snack, but I'm also about to wrap up stream. If it was like 3 o'clock, I would be like, I'll be back. I need a snack and some medicine. But since it was just getting really bad the last like half hour, I'm like, yeah, I can wait till the end, eat my dinner, take my meds, feed the pets, all that stuff. 5:55, make a wish. I don't drink, so I'm good. But I think it was Silly who pointed out before that, like, literally bottles of alcohol have written on the bottle, warning contains alcohol. So just because you have that this drink has black tea doesn't mean that you shouldn't also say that it has caffeine. If a jar of peanut butter says warning contains peanuts, maybe. Oh, my camera's having a day. Yeah, it tastes gross. And like Allison said, way too many medications that it interacts with, so hard pass, thanks. Okay. 4 rows done. Cuffs done. Sleeves coming along. Hooray! Look at that. Yay! It's gonna be cute. Somewhere I have my little stitch markers with the size needle that I'm using, but I'm not finding it right now because I'm gonna go and lie down on the couch. It is. It's gonna look really good. I like it a lot. Okay. Oh, look at that. It's just 6 o'clock too. Fabulous. I will drop you all off at some critter place maybe. Yeah, me too. Normally, like I said, it's the first day that's like I wish to perish. You know? After that, it's normally pretty good. Oh. Thanks. The first day is always the worst for me. So, I'll be feeling much better tomorrow. Probably also because I won't have the hives be as bad. They're feeling a lot less itchy, like the ones that I did have, and the swelling has gone down immensely. Again, probably the Tylenol helping with that too. So it's okay. It happens, you know? It happens. I'll take like really bad cramps on day 1 instead of all the time. That was the worst. I used to get it multiple days. Oh my god, we're going to the aquarium. They have the kelp forest camera on. And it's sun dapply and it's like a beautiful, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, if you need like a nice little screen thing to, oh, we're going. Okay. Grab, let me roll these credits and grab some raid messages. Here's the subscriber and here, oh. Hello? Why? Oh, did we both type it? Okay, I was like, wait, why did that post so many times? Because we both typed it. Okay. Yes, come join the Discord, and hang out. I was like, wait, did I do something wrong? Okay. Have a really great rest of your time zone, friends. Thanks for being here. We'll be back tomorrow, and we'll be working on some spooky stuff. So I'll see you then, okay? Remember to drink some water, eat something tasty, take your meds, okay? All right, you're loved. Bye-bye.